Alright, so welcome to this week's Unikernel application spotlight. This week we're looking at the Versity S3 Gateway. So what is an S3 Gateway? Well, apparently this came out of Los Alamos and a few of the other HPC labs. And there's a couple things that they wanted to expose. One, they wanted to expose just like a straight up file system um, to an S3 interface. So imagine if you're at a HPC lab, you probably have existing distributed file systems that aren't really cloud. Um, you can't like really integrate immediately with the cloud, and so that's one way to kind of integrate. But more importantly, what I found interesting about this was it's completely stateless. So there's no like database that you have to hook this up to. In fact, with the POSIX backend, it just uses extended attributes to, to do things like users and bucket management and things like that. And so, what does that mean in practice? Well, in practice, what it means is that you can scale these out like quite a bit. So, if you need to move like, hundreds of gigabits a second or whatever, um, being able to scale that out without running into weird issues that like would be dependent on a single, MySQL or Postgres or something, that allows you to get around those. So that's a really interesting property in how this was actually architected. So it looks really simple, but because of the architecture, it allows you to do interesting things. So you can get it at the package repository here. It's written in Go. It's a single binary. It's pretty small. We're gonna try it out locally here. Let's see, Arch MB64. So it listens on two ports. One is port 10,000, one 7071. 7071, that's for the web UI that, if you want it, you can have it. Otherwise, it has a CLI interface that you can use, like AWS3 CLI tools to kind of talk to it. As you can see, it's all listening on there as well. Um, so that's that. We can go ahead and log in. And so these are MVARs. Now, again, these are just demos. Test user and secret is what I set here. And then these endpoints need to change because we're doing this locally. So we're just going to set this to 12701 just to make sure that it can talk. And then we'll go ahead and sign in. So yeah, bad password. So this is the little administrative interface. We can go ahead and add a user. Can generate. As you can see, if you're used to working with S3 tools quite a bit, exactly what you would expect. We're going to say admin for this guy. So we've added it. Now we can add a bucket. So let's go ahead and create a bucket. My test. I'm going to say the owner of this. You can do versioning, object locks, all the basic stuff that you would expect in object storage, right? Create it. Now we could go inside my test. We can upload a file. I got this bob.txt uploads, and it's there, right? We can get our info, so our e tags and metadata and all that good stuff. Yeah, it's pretty basic. They have a whole API endpoint for this, as I mentioned. I mean, if you're using the API, the AWS S3 CLI tools, you can just set it to these servers and use it seamlessly. And so again, this feels like it was made as a bridge for existing systems, so they could have the same sort of interface, and it works really great as a Go Unikernel here. So once again, this was Versity S3 Gateway running as an NOS Unikernel. Till next week.